Now, from the CBS 7 First Alert Weather Center, here's meteorologist Jeff Hill.
And I hope everyone's having a terrific evening. Great day today. Normal high temperatures, about 65, and we reached 63. So it was a really nice day. Beautiful winds, nice and calm out of the southeast, and a great shot, I-20 and Grandview. Just absolutely beautiful as that sun goes down. So let's take a look at this West Texas SatRad. We see a few gaps in these clouds as we track over the last 3 hours. That's given us plenty of peaks of sunshine and beautiful skies, and to warm enough sunshine to warm those temperatures up to about 63 degrees, almost reaching normal. Winds, as I mentioned, pretty calm, about 5 to 10 miles an hour out of the southeast. Looks like we're picking it up a little bit in Midland at 13 miles an hour, but look at Hobbs down to 7. Marfa down to 9. Let's not forget Big Spring down to 8 miles an hour. Currently, temperatures have tempered down from about 63 degrees down to 56 in Odessa, 54 in Midland, 55 in Big Spring, 54 also in Hobbs, New Mexico. Let's go down to Alpine, 56, a little bit cooler over there in Dryden. So right now, humidity, we've got some low-level humidity in the area. What we're going to see for the Permian Basin and the lower viewing areas, some morning fog. So definitely be careful, though it's patchy, and it's also been called for mostly in Brewster and Terrell counties. But however, as you get up and as you're driving before that sun comes up, keep your eye out for fog just for driving hazards. You notice that it's really humid down towards Dryden and Big Lake in the 80s and 90s. They've got, well, quite a bit of precipitation off to our east. So West Texas Futurecast, the two big items that we're looking for, a cold front to come in on Thanksgiving Day.
Alert Weather Center, here's Chief Meteorologist Tom Tiefertiller.
And I hope everyone's having a great night. Let's start off with a winter storm watch. This is expected for Friday, or we'll say midnight for Thanksgiving night. And all of the activity is going to start here. And believe me, it's only going to start here because it's going to wind up wrapping around the entire region. However, this is where it starts. Cold air starts to drop down Thanksgiving afternoon, probably 1:30, 2 o'clock. It'll be pleasant at that time, about 57 degrees. However, as we get a little later, that's going to start to cool, and we could be looking at about 2 inches of snow, especially around Alpine, Marfa, even Lubbock, and the northern southeast New Mexico over into Jal and Carlsbad. Now for Midland, Odessa area, look for more of a mix between basically slush, which is going to lead to hazardous driving conditions. We've already got, it's pretty misty outside, so we're going to have problems with visibility. That was I-20 and Loop 250. Let's take a look at this West Texas SatRad. You can see these clouds have moved off. This is tracking over the last 3 hours or so, but a lot of that mist, we're almost at 80 and 90% humidity in certain spots. So definitely misty. Look at how misty it is out here as we look out over Midland. But look at these winds though. Now the good thing is the winds feel pretty good, and that mist is also holding the warmth in. So very calm out of the southeast, about 5 to 10 miles an hour. It looks like Big Lake was gusting at about 15 miles an hour, and this West Texas Futurecast. So tomorrow, right after your meal, winds come down from the north. I'll just go ahead and back out of the way, and we will watch them drop down. So here we are, 2:30, there they go. That's 6:30. Now watch the snow starts to come in around Carlsbad. Now there's the rain at about midnight, 1 a.m., and that continues. There we are at 5 a.m., Midland, Odessa, getting plenty of rain. Once again, right around Carlsbad, we see some snow. It starts to mix in together. Look, it starts to bleed into the west towards Odessa at 5 in the afternoon on Friday. There's Friday night at 8. So that is a good amount of, we'll call it snow and rain, which is slushy. So unfortunately, we won't be making any snowmen, really. It doesn't look like that. It looks like hazardous driving conditions. Remember, it's Black Friday. A lot of drivers on the road, and this looks to be kind of risky, so keep your eyes out. Overnight tonight, 40 for the low in Odessa, 41 in Midland, 36 up in Hobbs, New Mexico. Tomorrow, a pleasant mid-50s around Midland, Odessa, 49 in Hobbs. And that 10-day forecast, well, happy Thanksgiving, and let's keep our eyes on Black Friday. 60% chance of rain. It'll look like 100 to me. Temperatures all the way down into the 40s, so surface temps about 35. That's enough to be really cold, but maybe not completely frozen, slushy. Saturday, that starts to move out. Weekend in the 60s.
Still ahead, President Biden announced an extended pause on paying back student loans. Hear more next.
Midland. So we can expect to see on this West Texas Futurecast, you can already see this snow that's accumulating up around Roswell. It's going to start to move into the Hobbs area first and then drop down on our area. So you can see these northern winds also, those arrows moving in. Now, as you're driving, if you're driving around, even tonight at 8:30, 9:30, you're okay. It's going to be chilly and it's cloudy, but 9:30, as we start to approach 11 o'clock, you're still all right as far as driving. But those that are out on the town, well, by midnight, 12:30, that's when the precipitation starts to build up. And by 4 a.m., it still looks like we're getting plenty of rain in the area. So here you can see the snow start to mix in from the Hobbs area. It starts to eat in through the western portions of Odessa. So that's Friday afternoon, 4:30 in the afternoon. It looks like it's starting to bleed into the Midland area. This continues 7 p.m., 9:30 p.m., and even on up into the midnight hour. So it's little bit of a break, and then for tomorrow, right around 9:30, even 10:30, we have one last band of rain that wants to come into the area, and that starts to move out to our east by around lunchtime. So for the afternoon for Saturday, expected to be pretty nice tonight. So lows just about as high as the highs, 38 and 38 in Odessa, 36, 39 in Midland. And here's that 10-day forecast. So basically tomorrow, Black Friday, is what we want to keep our eyes on, especially with driving. Be careful driving. Still a 20% chance of rain for that Saturday, but that starts to move out. It gives us a really nice Sunday at about 58 degrees.
And later we'll check up on the